Afghanistan. Officially, the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan is a landlocked country located in South and Central Asia. Afghanistan is famous for its pomegranates in Asia. Let's explore more about this war-torn country with some interesting facts. Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan, is its largest city. Afghanistan is a landlocked country. Iran, Pakistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, and China border Afghanistan from all sides. The people of Afghanistan are called Afghans, and their currency is Afghanis. Most of the time, people get confused between the use of these two. Agriculture is the main source of income for Afghans. Afghanistan is also rich in natural resources like natural gas and oil. Buzkashi is Afghanistan's national game. Players in two teams try to catch a goat while riding a horse. This game is being played for centuries, and it's a tough sport. Afghanistan became independent in August 1919. They fought 3 wars with Britain, after which they declared themselves independent. They were not directly ruled by the British, but their foreign affairs were influenced by the United Kingdom. Afghanistan has been in news more than any country in the last decade. New Year is celebrated by Afghans on March 21st. They call it Nowruz. It's a pre-Islamic festival which is celebrated by gathering of thousands of travelers from across Afghanistan to the city of Mazar-e-Sharif. There is a mosque in the center of the city. It is known as the Blue Mosque, or the Shrine of Hazrat Ali, the cousin and son-in-law of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. Mobile phone coverage is available in more than 90% of the country. Mobile phones are status symbols. They celebrate poetry night of Thursdays in the western city of Herat. People of all age groups gather there to share modern and ancient verses of poetry and indulge in some nice food along with some sweet tea. Alexander the Great captured the city of Herat in 330 BC and built its ancient citadel. Alexander had a son with a beautiful woman from the province of Balkan in Afghanistan. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the poster boy in many of the muscle building centers in Afghanistan. They say he, Arnold Schwarzenegger, looks like an Afghan. Kandahar airfield was once the biggest single runway airstrip in the world when it handled 1,700 to 5,000 flights a week. Here, NATO installed its first complete air traffic capability in a non-NATO country. World's largest Buddhas. 2 of these were first built in Afghanistan. These statues were destroyed by the Taliban in 2001. The world's first oil paintings were drawn in the caves of Bamiyan around 650 BC. There is only one Jewish person living in Afghanistan. His name is Zablon Simintov, and he is a restaurateur and an Afghan carpet trader. He was born in 1959. There has been 300% increase in opium cultivation in Afghanistan in 2013. When compared to the last 7 years before the US invasion, Afghanistan was once the largest producer of cannabis. Afghanistan has been a war-torn country for decades and has been under the military influence of many powers, including Soviet, British, Mongols, Muslim Arabs, Mauryas, Alexander the Great, and in the recent times under Western powers. Afghanistan is estimated to be inhabited by humans at least 50,000 years ago. Arab Muslims spread their religion of Islam in Afghanistan in 642 CE in Herat and Zarang. They recognized Afghanistan as Al-Hind due to Afghanistan's proximity to India. Buddhism and Zoroastrianism were dominant religions in Afghanistan before the introduction of Islam. Genghis Khan and his Mongol army spread rapidly in Afghanistan in 1219 AD. Ahmad Sarah Durrani, also known as the father of the nation, is the founder of the last Afghan empire. He was crowned in 1747. He consolidated the country from principalities and fragmented provinces into one kingdom. After the death of Ahmad Sarah Durrani in 1772, his son Timur Shah succeeded him. In 1776, Timur Shah transferred the capital of Afghanistan from Kandahar to Kabul. A civil war took place in the country between 1992 and 1996, and it's estimated that at least 50,000 people died in the country in Mujahideen infightings during the civil war. The Taliban, a Sunni Islamic fundamentalist political movement in Afghanistan also ruled the country for almost 5 years between 1996 and 2001. In 2004, Hamid Karzai became the first democratically elected president of Afghanistan. After the September 2011 attack on the United States, allegedly carried by Osama bin Laden's Al-Qaeda forces, a US and UK coalition launched a military attack on the major cities of Afghanistan, including Kabul, against the Taliban regime. The term Afghanistan translates to the land of Afghans. Afghanistan is also the land of many historical sites, and it is the 40th most populous country in the world. Afghanistan's location on the Silk Route gave it various economic and cultural advantages. Afghanistan is considered as the place of origin of the religion Zoroastrianism. Pashto, one of the two official languages of Afghanistan, was declared the national language of Afghanistan during the beginning of the reign of Zahir Shah. Dari, the other official language, was always used for government and business purposes. An estimated 35% of the population of the country speaks Pashto, while 50% of the population speaks Dari. Today, as Islam is a dominant religion in Afghanistan, the culture is heavily influenced by the religion of peace and monotheism. In Afghanistan, most of the shops and businesses are closed on Friday, which is the Islamic holiday. The legal, political, economic, and personal lives of the Afghans is governed by the Islamic laws. Fasting and praying during the month of Ramadan is a mandatory act, except for a few such as foreigners and those who are sick, traveling, or having some other issues. The family is an important aspect of Afghanistan's culture. Men are laden with responsibility to earn, while women are expected to stay at home and serve the family. However, in modern Afghanistan, you may also find some women working in the cities and earning a living for themselves and their families. In most cases, the family lives together in the same house. Upon marriage, the son and his wife live separately in a different room in the house under the same roof. Hospitality plays a significant role in the country's culture and tradition. The visitors are treated with utmost respect and are offered the best of the household has. Women are highly respected in the society and are not expected to mix with the members of the opposite sex except out of their marriage or direct family relations. Women are also expected to wear clothes that honor their modesty and are not revealing. Tight clothes and Western dresses are not much welcomed in the society, at least in the rural areas. Headscarves for women are advisable. Direct eye contact between men and women is not considered acceptable and must be avoided. Gifts are a means of strengthening the relationship between a visor and his or her host. The visitors can carry a small gift for the host when invited for tea or food. Afghanistan is a multicultural and multi-ethnic country. In the past few years, an estimated 2.6 million Afghans left their home country and sought refuge in others. A handshake is the most usual form of greeting in Afghanistan culture. Some people also place their hand on their heart and nod slightly to show respect and approval to the other party. However, shaking hands between the members of the opposite sex is not usual and is avoided. Food is generally served on the floor on cloths made from various materials. Making use of the right hand while eating the food is the norm, and the food is generally shared from the same dish unless required otherwise. The host does their best to serve the best possible food, and special attention is paid to the visitor's plate when it is empty. While consuming food, it is also a norm to sit in a respectable position and not with your feet facing people or your legs outstretched. Marriage is considered an important element of one's life in Afghanistan. Divorce is a rare and not much welcomed in the society. Polygamy is permissible in Afghanistan, however, many of the marriages are consummated between cousins. Marriages are 3-day lavish ceremonies during which a marriage contract is signed and the couple is brought together. Living together in a common house is encouraged but never forced, depending on the financial condition of persons personal preference, the sons of the family can live separately or with his father, mother, and other siblings. The total area of Afghanistan is 652,230 square kilometers. Dari, Persians, and Pashto are official languages in Afghanistan. Afghanistan is inhabited by 80% Sunni Muslim, 90% Shia Muslim, and 1% others. Literacy rate in Afghanistan is 38.2%. Noshak, 7,492 meters or 24,580 feet is the highest point in Afghanistan. Helmand is the longest river in Afghanistan. Afghan rugs are very popular around the world. The average life expectancy in Afghanistan is 51.3 years. The total GDP of Afghanistan is $21.06 billion with a per capita amount of $1,900. 56% of the country's GDP comes from services, with 22% from both agriculture and industry. Afghanistan's main agricultural products include opium, wheat, fruits, nuts, wool, mutton, sheepskins, lambskins, and poppies. Afghanistan's living standards are among some of the worst in the world and is highly dependent on foreign aid. Afghanistan spends 0.89% of its GDP on military spending. Just 10.6% of Afghanistan's population has access to the internet. At 250,000 square miles, Afghanistan is roughly the size of the state of Texas. 15% of the population were married by the age of 15 according to UNICEF data. About 33% of the population marries by the age of 18. 36% of Afghanistan's population live below the federal poverty line. The most common foreign language spoken in the country is English. There are at least 14 tribes found in Afghanistan. The official language of Afghanistan is Islam. 99% of Afghans practice Islam. Since most Afghans are Muslims, they don't eat pork or drink alcohol. The New Year in Afghanistan is celebrated on March 21st, which is the first day of spring. The percentage of Afghans that have access to electricity is one of the lowest in the world. Even though electricity may be scarce, 18 million Afghans own and use mobile phones. Poetry is a big part of Afghanistan culture and has been a part of its history for over 1,000 years. Afghanistan was first settled over 9,000 years ago. Afghanistan's government is a presidential Islamic republic, meaning that it is officially ruled by Islamic laws. Fasting and praying is mandatory during Ramadan. Some exceptions are for foreigners, people who are sick, and people who are traveling. Even though foreigners do not have the fast during Ramadan, they are still forbidden from eating, drinking, chewing gum, and smoking in public. During Ramadan, the workday is reduced to 6 hours. Arranged marriages are common in Afghanistan, and factors including wealth, status, and tribe are taken into consideration when making a pairing. Defending a person's honor is a cause for violence in Afghanistan. It is not uncommon for someone to retaliate when they or their family has been dishonored. Just under 12% of Afghanistan's land is arable. Each year, Afghanistan sees over 300 days of sunshine. Popular Afghan dishes include a steamed dumpling known as manti and rice cooked in broth that is called palau. Snow leopard, red flying squirrel, Corsac fox, and desert hedgehog are just some of the animals that call Afghanistan home. Afghanistan is attempting to rebuild its economy following years of instability and invasions. UNICEF data shows that about 25% of children are involved in child labor, primarily because of the high rates of poverty. Under the Taliban's rule, girls and women were not allowed to attend school in Afghanistan. Modern Afghanistan was founded in 1747 by Ahmad Shah Durrani. Meals in Afghanistan are served with naan, an unleavened flat bread. And finally, Afghans drive on the right side of the road. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe and click the bell icon if you want to see more videos, and tell us in the comments down below what country do you want us to cover next. Thank you once again for watching, and we'll see each other in the next video. Have a great day.
Afghanistan bananas.